a little bit of knowledge about equal rights, and following on from the last video about the white stag, right, the equal rights idea, right, is meant to lure the rights of the white person, right, down to the level of the black slave, right. And the black slave idea, right, is largely fictional, right. It's a majority of fictional idea, right. Because as we know, these people have a massive tea program, so it's like when they're importing and they're moving people around the world, it's like the Exodus idea out of the Bible, right? And it's to do with their tea program. So they basically the eunuch people is the ones that get to be shipped around different areas of the world and all this, like the Exodus, right? So when you have equal rights, right, obviously the sort of the idea, the liberalistic front for the equal rights is that black people, right, have this hard history of slavery, right, and now they're being lifted up to have the same rights as the white people, right. But in reality, right, so if you take that stuff as majority of fiction, right, the reality of it is that they're sort of luring the rights of the white person to be on the same level as the figurative black person, right. So in other words, everyone's getting lured now to the status of a slave in this royal society, right. So when you have equal rights, the ER, see, the ER signifies the royal stamp, right. So it's all, as per usual, a brainwashing con and all this, right. And the Roman idea, right, the Roman empire idea, right, which is obviously tied in with the Bible and the Jesus and all that stuff, right, is all about slavery, right. It's all about a slave empire and a slave society and all this, right, where the Romans, the high class of Romans, right, which is, as we know, basically Masons, right, or the sort of slave keepers, the houses that own the slaves, right. So it's like this NWO, ownership idea comes into play, right, the ownership of slaves, right. Now this also ties in with the past black history, right, or the supposed black history that they sort of give you, again through their brainwashing, right, which is about plantation slaves, right. So again, the idea of the plantation is totally coded, right, because obviously you have a tea plantations, right, and you have the plantation as in the Garden of Eden, and the plants in the Garden of Eden, right. So the plantation idea, right, the plantation ownership, think about it too. Now the same thing applies as the Roman Empire type of ideas, right. Who owns the plantations? Again, it's this upper class house, slave owners and landowners type of idea, right? So it has not advanced from the feudal system, right? And it's funny how all the stuff ties together, right? To basically, to give the same, all the different ideas, like different histories and cultural ideas and all this, basically blend together to form this very simple idea, which is that the sort of the upper class, which is the royal and aristocratic class of landowners, now become the sort of slave owners and own the people as slaves. And like I said, this equal rights, see, is not a good thing. It's actually a bad thing. It's bringing everyone's status down to the level of a slave, right? And that's the purpose behind it. So it's all to do with slavery, you see. And of like